Hey everybody, this is Kevin McFarland from The Art of Emergency Nursing, and you're listening to 30 Days to Being a Badass ER Nurse. In the next 30 days, I'm going to give you some quick tips and tricks to help you be a better ER nurse. And of course, as always, it's not just me you're going to hear from. I've recruited some of my friends to give you some of their tips and tricks so they can share their knowledge as well. So don't forget to subscribe so that you catch all the episodes. And if you find one of these tips and tricks are really helpful, give me a shout out on social media and share it with your friends. Let's get into today's tip. I want to kick off 30 days to being a badass ER nurse with a tip that I've given to every one of the EMT students I've ever taught. I've given this to anyone I've ever precepted, and it's advice I give to every nurse whenever I get a chance and whenever they ask for advice. It harkens back to episode 14 of the AOEN podcast. If you haven't heard that episode's with Amanda, and definitely listen to that episode. That advice is be the duck. Now, let me tell you what that means. To me, meaning be the duck, I always visualize a duck on a pond. If you look at a duck on a pond, if you see them on a pond, they're just cruising around. And they look so smooth and they look so graceful as they're just kind of cruising around like they don't have a care in the world. They make it look super easy. But if you look just below the surface, their little feet are just kicking and kicking and kicking and working hard to make it look as smooth as they do. Now, when I tell people be the duck, what I mean is, as an ER nurse, we have to contain our emotions, and we always have to act like we are the calmest, coolest, most together person in the room. You never want your patients to see you be surprised, shocked, or looking like you don't know what you're doing. Confidence is everything when it comes to patient care, and your patients need to have confidence in you. The way you're going to give them that confidence is you're going to be the duck. You're going to look cool, calm, and collected no matter what you do. Even if in your head, your little duck feet are paddling and paddling and paddling because you don't know exactly what's going on with this patient. This is a ER nursing superpower. This is an ER nursing superpower, and everything else is going to be easy. Now, let me give you an example of when I've done this. There was a patient that came in, and I don't even remember what was going on with this patient, but this patient came into our resuscitation room, and he looked like he was going to die. And I'll never forget, he looked at me and he said, "Am I going to die?" And in my head, I'm thinking, "Yep, you're damn skippy. You're going to die. You're going to die today." But of course, I can't tell him that. Now, here's the thing is the doctors were kind of confused and they weren't really sure what was going on with this guy. This guy looked really, really bad. But sure enough, I looked the guy straight in the eye and I said, "Hey, you know what? You're in the best place possible. We're going to take great care of you and you're in great hands. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but we're going to give you your best shot, and you're safe here with us." He relaxed. He felt a little bit better. And what do you know? He actually turned out to be okay. About the same guy comes into the emergency department, and he looks exactly the same way he did the time he was there before. So we start resuscitating him, and sure enough, I look at the guy and I recognize him almost immediately because I remember thinking to myself, this guy's going to die. Well, he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, I remember you from last time I was here." And I said, "Yes, you do. You probably do remember me." And he goes, "I thought I was going to die last time." And I was thinking to myself, yeah, I thought so too. But he said, "I thought I was going to die last time and you made me feel better and you made me realize everything was going to be okay." And in that moment, I realized, boy, I didn't wear my emotions on my sleeve, which was good. And it was good for the patient to see that I was calm, cool, collected, and had confidence in what we were doing. It makes a big difference to your patients. If you've ever seen somebody walk in and say, "I'm going to try to get your IV," and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, "Oh God, you're not going to get this IV." Same thing. It's all about confidence. So exude confidence with your patients. That's going to go a long way. Be the duck. Look calm, look cool, look confident. Even if under the water, your little duck feet are paddling. Being a badass nurse, I hope you enjoy. You're going to get a month of these. We've got 30 more of these coming. 29 more of these coming over the next month, and I hope you enjoy. Your friends about this podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Art of Emergency Nursing podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on Facebook.